What's up, nail geeks? I am back again with Blush Lacquers' newest collection. We have her summer poolside set, which features one topper, one super foiled finish, and 4 new creams. So without further ado, let's get started. First up is Bungalow Breeze. This is a perfect peacock turquoise cream polish. Price on release for this will be $8. So in the Facebook fan group for Blush Lacquers, she recently did a poll asking what type of creams that the fan group wanted her to release, and the one that won was 1 to 2 coaters, so really nice opacity, and man, she really delivered. So the formula on this is incredibly buttery. It's super smooth. It is very, very much flirting with being a 1 coater, though those of you who have been subscribed to me for quite some time know that even 1 coaters, I like to go in really thin and build it up at 2 coats, and it gives that beautiful plump appearance. So after top coating with a glossy top coat, which these dry down pretty semi-gloss, so I think any top coat will be just fine, I have beautiful coverage and such a flattering base color. And next is Cabana Boy. This is a prim and proper cornflower cream with a slightly bright tone. Price on this one will also be $8 on release. So this color is gorgeous. So I actually pulled my hand away from the light box because I really started getting the vibe that this one was having a really strong neon undertone to it. I don't want to classify it as a neon, however, it is still crazy bright and just really eye-catching in person. So those of you with medium to deep skin tones, I think this is going to pop like crazy on you. So for this one, I'm also going to suggest 2 thin coats on it, though once again, it still has crazy opacity as you apply and really strong self-leveling factor too. So this has a perfect formula in my opinion. And of course, any glossy top coat I think will be just fine with it. And it just plumps and looks so pretty in person. I'm really digging that base color. And next is Heatwave in Havana. This is a juicy ripe tangerine cream. On release, this one will be $8. So this is another really, really bright one. I want to note that in person, it's not quite neon, but it's still really, really bright and definitely another eye-catching color. So in my opinion, what I'm seeing in person, it's got this really creamy type feel to it, but it also has just the slightest bit of like a squash type of pumpkin-y type of orange in my opinion. So I do feel like the video is behaving pretty decent for color accuracy, but of course I always worry what it's going to look like on other monitors. So please note this is definitely a tangerine bright color. Once again, beautiful formula, really nice self-leveling, and any top coat I think will be just fine with it. And between 1 and 2 coats is all you're going to need for this one too. And next is Mai Tai. This is a bright mango cream with yellow undertones. Price on this one will also be $8 on release. So while this one did look pretty similar to me on the video, please note in person this is definitely very much different than Heatwave in Havana. So while Heatwave in Havana had that kind of almost brilliant pumpkin-y, almost like a squash type of color to it, this one is that mac and cheese type color. So it's very vibrant, and I have to agree with the official description. It's straight up like a mango type of orange. Very pretty. I think this one's also really, really flattering. I want to say all 4 creams I think are going to look fantastic on just about any skin tone. They are very vibrant, not quite neon, but still popping like crazy, and they have this fantastic formula. I can't rave about it enough. Really nice plumping factor after you top coat. And next is Lifeguard Not on Duty. This is a fun metallic pink with rosy coral undertones. On release, this one will be $11. So if you guys watched my video, I think it was like 1 or 2 releases ago, she released a few of these metallic, almost foiled type of finishes, and this one definitely fits in with that type of finish. So it is very, very opaque on your brush strokes. Really easy to just build up like crazy. So on this one, I'm also going to suggest 2 coats on it, and you'll see here in just a moment, it just really builds up very quickly on the nail. Once again, this is another one that I think is being pretty color accurate to what I'm seeing in person. I definitely agree with that official description. It's a metallic pink, but it also has that nice rosy type of finish to it too. Now, to reduce any potential streaking with this one, allow it to settle on your nail. It does have really nice self-leveling, and you'll reduce any type of brush strokes by just not overworking it. And finally, we have Bangles and Beachballs. This is a clear base topper filled with gold flakes and shifting red to orange to gold multi-chrome flakes. On release, this one will also be 8. Because this one's a topper, but in our PR info, it also said that we could wear this one and build it up on its own. So I wanted to do both for you guys so you can see what it's going to look like. So first, I'm showing you what it looks like on its own. I went in for 3 coats on it and I had really nice coverage. I think this one has a lot of versatility with it because it looks really cool on its own. I think this kind of reminds me of like a summer kind of going into fall type of feel with it. It's got those really large type of red multi-chrome flakes in it that really pop off as red and orange depending on your lighting. And there's a ton of those little gold flakes throughout this one too. So really pretty. You could also do a sponging method with this if you wanted to get it like super opaque. But personally, I don't really feel like this one really required any sponging if you're going to wear it on its own. Though I would personally recommend a good glossy top coat in your final finish with this one. And then finally, I'm going to show you guys Bangles and Beachballs over Bungalow Breeze, that first beautiful cream I showed you guys. So the way I like to apply toppers like this that have this somewhat squishy feel is I like to kind of beat it up a little bit near my cuticle and then just gently spread it out across the nail, and I think you get really good flaky payoff when you do it like this. Wearing this as a topper, you'll definitely get quite a bit of flakes on your nails and you're good to go. So I thought this one looked really cool over Bungalow Breeze. I think that contrast between the red and that turquoise looked really cool together. And of course, finishing off with a glossy top coat, I am good to go. Now, in lieu of water marbling with the creams, I will let you guys know 100% I did try to water marble with them. Unfortunately, this could have been a me thing. However, I think that the creams are just so pigmented that it kind of makes it to where when you pull your finger out of the water, they kind of really blend together, if that makes sense. So it looks almost kind of muddied. Of course, that could have been a me thing, but I did try on several fingers and it kind of kept doing that, so I couldn't really tell my specific design. So in lieu of that, because they're so opaque, I wanted to show you guys other things that you can do with them. So they make fantastic gradients because they're just so crazy pigmented. Now I went in and made my gradient, and you could see there I just did 2 sponging layers and I had really nice blending factor with them. Now please keep in mind when I do gradients, I don't wet my sponge. I just my preference. And a lot of times you'll see that you'll get a little bit of a texture with it because your sponge isn't wet. That's fine in my opinion, because in a moment here when you see with the top coat, it smooths everything out and it really makes your gradient look very well blended. So I'm just using a fun tropical plate to kind of bring in that nice beachy vibe. And you can see here in the final look, really nice blending factor and excellent coverage. So the summer Poolside collection will be available June 25th at 7 p.m. Eastern Time. I'll link you guys below to Blush's website. The preview will be up sometime today, June 23rd. And once again, the collection drops June 25th. I'll also link you guys to Blush's Facebook fan group if you want to get in there and check those out, what's happening and all that good stuff in there. And of course, as always, if you enjoyed the video, please like and subscribe. Thank you so much for watching.